What is happening, everybody? Welcome back. Let's get to it because we don't have a lot of time because this is our last day in Wyoming. Wyoming is amazing. I love it here. Unfortunately, it's not for us. It's not going to work. There's just not enough around here. And the areas that did have enough stuff around here, it's not the kind of area that we want to be. So we're going to be actually continuing on to North Dakota tomorrow. When we first got to Wyoming, we stopped in a little town called Lander. It was beautiful. I loved it there. The people were awesome. It had a Safeway so we could get some normal food to us. We weren't left kind of guessing if this was going to be close to what we like or not. So that was awesome. Unfortunately, there was really no other shopping around there for everyday needs. You'd have to go to the Walmart, which was about an hour away, and this Walmart was pretty sad. And that should speak pretty loud because I don't expect much from a Walmart when I go in there. This one was pretty bad. We'll just leave it at that. We did look at a property while we were out there that was kind of in between where the Walmart was and the town of Lander itself. Unfortunately, when we got out there, it was not going to work. It was a washed out washboard road and it just kind of beat up the truck, and we have some pretty big plans for what we're going to do with the property that we buy eventually, and that plan does not include having people drive down a nasty old washed out road and then have to pass by several junkyards on the way there with some unsavory looking people staring at you as you drive by. So it just was not going to work. The real turning point in Lander for me, which made me go, yeah, this really isn't going to work, was I was trying to do a simple project, and that was to make some storage that hangs underneath the trailer for what is called the stinky slinkies. I didn't want them in a container in an enclosed area inside the trailer. So I got some PVC pipes and I hung them below it, and 3 different places in Lander, 3 different hardware stores did not have the parts I needed. And that was just kind of the realization of, when I'm starting to build a business here, I don't have time to wait for something to show up. I need these parts now, especially if they're simple parts like plumbing parts like this. I don't have time to wait for a truck to show up if it ever shows up. So it just wasn't going to work, especially with the lack of everyday needs that shopping, everyday shopping needs that you do need. You have to be semi-close to it. We made the best of it. We went biking around the town. Max and I went and got haircuts. We went swimming, and we just genuinely had fun. It was a great place to be. So we packed up from Lander and we came out here to Devil's Tower. Devil's Tower is absolutely amazing. Definitely worth the drive and the time to go see it. It is a little small. They have 2 hiking paths around it that you can walk around. One's about 1 mile long and it's paved. The other one's about 2 miles long and it's unpaved. We opted for the paved one just because it was a little bit warmer than what we wanted, and the kids don't do well with heat and walking at the same time, so we did that, and that was about the perfect length for them. Anything longer and they would have been starting to get pretty frustrated with us. We had a friend that grew up in the Gillette area, and he had suggested, hey, while you're there, get up there early enough and you'll probably get to see some prairie dogs, and he was absolutely right, and the kids loved it. They thought that was just the best part of the day right there, was getting to see some prairie dogs playing around. This area is beautiful. It's nice. There's some mountains, there's some trees, there's green, there's vegetation. It's awesome. Unfortunately, there's nothing around. We had to stop an hour outside of Devil's Tower in Gillette to get groceries because there's just nothing around here, other than little mom and pop things, and that's not going to feed a family of 5 very well. So we stopped there, and Gillette isn't for us either. It has everything we need, but it's just too big and not for us. So like I said, tomorrow we're going to be loading up and heading to South Dakota. We actually went to South Dakota yesterday. We kind of cheated a little bit, just in the sense of I wanted to see Deadwood. It's been on my list forever, and I couldn't wait any longer, and we had already seen Devil's Tower, and there's nothing else really around here, so we went out to South Dakota yesterday, and Deadwood did not disappoint. I loved it there. It was absolutely amazing. I'll have a whole nother video of that in the South Dakota section. But we're actually going to go look at a piece of property out there while we're there. It's right in between Sturgis and Deadwood, so it seems a little too good to be true, so we'll see how it actually turns out. I'm staying hopeful but real about the situation. You know, I'm not foolish enough to think that we're going to find the new home in the first couple states we look at, but I'm also not going to shoot down anything until I know absolutely that it will or will not work. So, just to keep it short, I guess stay tuned and we'll see you guys next time.